Greyhound fans, I'm visiting with Brent Nicoson, head men's and women's golf coach here at UIndy. And Brent, the teams are about to start the 2012-13 seasons. What can you tell us about the schedules?
Well, we have tough schedules set up. We leave this weekend for Green Bay, Wisconsin at a Division I event at Wisconsin Green Bay's Invitational. Both men and women, which is rare. They're both traveling together, which is good for the coaching staff. We have 2 tournaments like that this year, so the men's schedule is brutally tough. We leave Wisconsin Green Bay, come back here for our Invitational. 9 of the 15 teams coming in were at the national championships last year. Number 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all coming. Then we travel to the Golf Week Championships in Oregon. Again, very tough schedule. A lot of the top teams will see the number 1 team in the nation again there. Then we go to West Palm Beach at Nova Southeastern, who won last year's national championship. Another tough field, and then we end up at one of our regional events in St. Louis. The women also go to St. Louis. We host our event here in September at Heartland Crossing. We have a great field set up. 3 top 25 teams coming in for that. Let's see, what else do we do? I believe that's about it for the women this fall.
Okay, looking at the women's roster, you have 0 seniors this year, but you do have an experienced group of juniors and sophomores coming back, as well as a few solid freshmen.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the women's team?
I'm really excited. We lost Darren Pinnick. Obviously, it was a big loss. But we returned 3 juniors that have a ton of experience. Amy Thompson, Jenny Conop, and Brianna Scheidler all played every tournament last year, so I expect big things from them. Have all 3 sophomores coming back that all played in the top 5 at some point last year, and Jacqueline Schindler, freshman of the year in the conference. Reagan Pittard ended up working her way in the top 5 and going to nationals with us, and Shanice Young from Evansville also played. 2 new freshmen, Zoe Fries from Southport and Molly Ward, who will start in the top 5 from Indianapolis Cathedral. Be a big boost, so I expect big things for these guys for at least a couple of years.
And your men's team lost last year's UOBC Player of the Year in Aaron Monson, but it seems like every year you graduate the Conference Player of the Year. So what's the men's team shaping up to look like?
Well, exactly what you're saying. I need somebody to step up and be Conference Player of the Year. I mean, we've been lucky enough to have it for the last few years, but losing Aaron Monson is huge, obviously. And Robert Gleichner was playing well too, coming down the stretch at the end of the year. So we have 2 big spots to fill. But we have a couple kids that have worked their butts off this summer. John Josephowski and Sevy Duncan worked very hard and worked their way into the top 5. They'll start here in Green Bay in the top 5. I have a freshman in the top 5 in John Williams, who did very well in qualifying, opened up with a 66 right out of the gate for us. So he has a ton of talent. Then we return Jacob Yoakum, Max Bowling, and David Frank. So I expect one of those 3 to step up and kind of take over what Monson was doing.
Okay, you've been the men's coach here for a number of years, but last season was your first season coaching both teams.
Yeah.
What did you learn last year that maybe helped you manage both teams going forward?
Well, creative scheduling, trying to get them separated as much as possible. But this year we're lucky enough here in the fall to have 2 tournaments where both teams are going. That's a big help for us. So we'll look for more tournaments, with that setup. But mainly just knowing what each individual player wants, especially at tournaments like this where both teams are. Some players want more than others. So I've learned, through the year. I already knew what the men wanted. Now I know what the women want as far as personal needs and things like that. So it's just time management and how to handle each individual.
All right, both teams open up at Wisconsin Green Bay Monday, September 10th. Coach, you weren't planning on sticking around a couple of days for that Green Bay Chicago game, were you?
You know what? I'm more worried about the opening day. We're playing our practice round during the opening day at Lambeau Field, and San Francisco's in town. So. It's killing me not to be able to go, but I'd rather be with my teams.
All right, well, Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck to your teams this season, and thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you.